Bitcoin feeling the blues again today. The cryptocurrency is now down nearly 15% since hitting a record just before Coinbase started trading last week. We asked then, has Bitcoin hit its peak? Well, listen to what Guggenheim CIO Scott Minerd had to say this morning about where prices are going.
Given the massive move we've had in Bitcoin over the short run, things are very frothy, and I think we're going to have a major correction in Bitcoin. And I've said it before. I think we could pull back to 20 to 30,000 on Bitcoin, which would be a 50% decline.
You might recall back in November, Guggenheim disclosed in a regulatory filing that its Macro Opportunities Fund held the right to invest up to 10% of its net asset value in Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC. So where do we think Bitcoin is right now, Dan?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, if you go back and just look at the history of Bitcoin, it's had no shortage of 50% peak to trough declines, and it's still much greater. So on this year alone, it's up, about 100% year over year. It's had some peak to trough declines. I think the largest one was in January, about 30%, but they've gotten smaller each month since then. Then it was 26% in February. Then it was 18% in March, and this one is about 15% now. So I think there's a lot of hodlers, as they say, who would welcome a very healthy pullback, get out some of the weak hands and let them reload, because these people, where their price targets are, Mel. They're much higher than 65,000 where it just was last month.
Yeah, and let's be clear, Minerd is overall a bull on Bitcoin. This is a short-term phenomenon he's forecasting here. What is interesting, too, though, is the search. We see this in the stock market. Something goes up, and so there's a search for an alternative asset that will have the same sort of beta. And we're seeing this in some of the altcoins, and not even talking about Ethereum. But if you take out Bitcoin and Ethereum, the rest of the coin universe, that market share has actually gone up to 34% from 16% just in the past 3 months, according to Pantera. And so this is an interesting sort of phenomenon that we are witnessing, Tim. I'm not even going to bring up Dogecoin. There are plenty of other altcoins out there that are not created as jokes. So there are plenty of other places to go on this.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on Doge. By the way, Pantera, great fund, incredible heavy metal band. I know you know that, Mel.
I have no idea. But.
So if you look at what's going on in the broader market, I think the validation here institutionally is something that just continues to grow. Scott could be right, and I think Dan is right. And in fact, look at January, February, and March, where I think we had pullbacks of 20 to 30% in each month, where we all kind of said, so what? I think the broader digital universe is really the question of where's their efficacy and which are truly the underlying ones, and I think Ethereum right now clearly has a lot of momentum behind this being the backbone of what much will be built. Whether that is true or not, that is an argument that's not terribly frothy yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you believe in all this DeFi going on out there, then you probably believe in Ethereum at this point. Pete, just your quick thoughts on crypto here.
Yeah, Mel, I think if you're looking for volatility in this marketplace, that's where you want to look right now, right? I mean, we're trading at a 17 VIX, 18 VIX, and it's been very, very tight recently and staying in there. But if you want a little volatility, it certainly is there. I'll tell you what, Scott Minerd, I have all the respect in the world for him. I think he's one of the smarter guys on Wall Street, and he is very, very accurate oftentimes as well. So for him to say that, I don't think he's just saying that just, throwing it out there. I think he actually believes that, and I think that that's a possibility. I don't know that it's a strong possibility, but certainly with the move that we've seen just this past weekend, 61,000 to 51,000 to open back up at 56,000. I mean, that shows you what kind of a volatility we're talking about.
Yep.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.